advanced over time. There's natural language, and that's what the AI that I talked about, that you call a call center, and an AI is able to hear you and speak back to you as though it were a human being. So those solutions exist. And so as you finish school, think about all these industries. I was just telling Simon when he did this presentation, my daughter, she's not here, and she's an art student, and she's in her third year. And I knew that she could do science, but of course I needed her to pursue her passion. So her passion was to do general arts. And I said, no, her passion was actually to do visual arts. And I said, why don't you try and do general arts so that you can decide if you want to focus on visual, then it's fine. Now she's in her third year, and she's telling me, Mommy, I want to do robotic engineering in the university. I said, oh, wow. Is it possible? Is it possible? Yeah, obviously. And Simon gave us that feedback that in 2025, the best engineering student was actually an art student. So it's possible. So don't limit yourself. It's only how you approach things, right? It's your attitude that really matters. If you tell yourself, I can do this, and you put yourself to it, you will succeed. Thank you very much for your time. God richly bless you.
Bro, see niggas how we doing CPU 60 frames per second, okay.
Hello. My name is Dennis, and I'm with Ashesi Admissions and Financial Aid Department. I bring you greetings from the Ashesi community, specifically our founder, Dr. Patrick Ewa, as well as the over 30 plus countries represented at Ashesi. But I also have a special greetings from someone you would know, and that would come at the end of my presentation. So, our presentation says Ashesi Ethical Entrepreneurial Leadership. Why that? Well, it's because to solve a problem. If not for the challenge with the sound, I would have played a video of our founder talking about why he established Ashesi, a problem he's trying to solve, and that is about leadership, ethical leadership. We are ranked among the top 10 according to the Times Higher Education Impact Rankings in Africa. We are ranked among the top 10. 90% plus of our graduates are finding jobs within 6 months of graduation. And we'll go on further to talk about that. We've received the Wise Prize for Education, the Suna Peace Prize for Education because of our contribution to education, especially to the African continent. Next slide. Now, like I mentioned, we are recognized as a leader in higher education. We have over 30 plus countries represented in Ashesi. Now, I mentioned that we have a problem to solve, and that problem is linked to our mission. Our mission is to raise a new generation of ethical leaders for Africa. So you can clearly see that we have a Pan-African agenda. So recently, in a 2024 placement survey, we realized that 91% of our graduates are working on the continent or for the continent, showing that our mission to raise new leaders for Africa is on course, and the rest are scattered across the world. Now, these are some of our partners. We have MasterCard Foundation that gives us a huge chunk of our scholarships. We also have universities like the Arizona State University, where students can do 3 years in Ashesi, 2 years in Arizona, and get a master's degree and a first degree from Ashesi. And then these are some of the universities our students also go for exchange programs, where they are able to learn new things and broaden their learning. So like I mentioned, 90% plus of our graduates are finding jobs within 6 months of graduation. But interestingly, 30% are entering C-suite within a decade of graduation. So if we talk about C-suite, we are talking about top-level management positions. Within a decade, 30% of our graduates are getting into these positions. And these are examples like Randy Mensah, who is the CEO of IC World. I'm sure we all know of the IC World app and all that. He's into investment, securities. Hakeem Abdul, who is the Director of African Sovereign Advisory and Financing in Ghana, even though he works with the Citibank in the UK, he's a country director for Ghana. And the list goes on. Now, everything we do at Ashesi is what we call the Ashesi advantage. It is an innovative curriculum that blends theory practice, it's interdisciplinary, you learn locally, but you are trained to think globally. And then our curriculum is developed together with industry leaders. So I'll give you an example. Our law program started a few years ago, but before we rolled it out, we actually had the Ghana Legal Council vet the program before we commenced that program. And that shows the extent and intentionality of our programs. Many times people would ask, do you have this program here? No, actually it's very, very intentional because we want our students to make an impact, to also align with our mission of raising leaders for Africa. So this is a classroom setup, as you can see. It's designed such that it's very interactive. Nobody can hide behind their mate and just go through the program. No, everybody is part of the class. And we give excellent learning experience, faculty from across the continent and beyond. One-on-one learning support, a huge chunk of faculty is what we call the faculty interns, or what some universities call TAs, teaching assistants. They are there to support you with areas where you would have specific challenges in your course. And it's one-on-one, as you can see in this small class size. Additionally, we encourage our students to learn from industry professionals. And this is important because one of the biggest challenges that has been going on in academia is the gap between academia and industry. I've been in this higher education space for over a decade and a half. All the universities I've worked on constantly talk about that. Students are in the classroom learning one thing, and then industry expectations are different. So they come out and they are not employable. However, Ashesi ensures that our graduates are constantly engaging with industry, as you can see in this round table conversation. And like I mentioned, we have a mission to raise a new generation of ethical leaders. And one of the ways in which students themselves take charge of their ethical training is through what we call the examination honor code system. Now, how many of you have heard that Ashesi grad students take exams without invigilators? I have a lot of work to do. So, Ashesi students, once you are admitted into Ashesi, you have conversations about what ethics is, what is right, what is wrong. Doing it when nobody is watching. And this conversation goes all the way up to the president of the university. He has that conversation with the student. And as a class, they decide to vote to join the honor code system. It's not something that is forced down on the student to adopt. No, they choose to be part of the honor code. And if 70% vote in favor of signing on to the honor code, they do. And the honor code basically says, I will not cheat or lie, neither will I tolerate anybody who does. So as a result of this honor code, which students willingly sign on their own, examinations are not invigilated. And I'll share more details when you come to me at the table. Let's move on and look at the next slide. Now, you know you are young, you need to have fun. So it's not just book. You are going to have a time of your life. And these are some of the experiences students have. For instance, there's a Ashesi chorale, which we love singing. If you love football, there's both a male and female league at Ashesi, organized by students, just like any league in the world. They change players, they buy players, they have coaches who are students, and they have patrons for the team who are staff or faculty of Ashesi. These are some of the spaces where they can have some fun, relax, because the work, the academic work at Ashesi is very, very rigorous. These are pictures of our hostel facilities. Now, everybody, right? Everybody who is in Ashesi, including staff, lives the Ashesi way. The Ashesi way is based on these three pillars: scholarship, leadership, and citizenship. Under each one, there are expectations. For instance, under scholarship, you are consistently striving for deeper expertise in your field of teaching, learning, and also working. Then leadership, helping your colleagues to be more successful, is one of the ways you show leadership. And then being socially and environmentally conscious is also one of the ways in which we can show that we are living up to the pillar of citizenship. So these are academic programs. Currently we have 10 programs. 5 engineering programs: mechanical, electrical, computer, mechatronic, and biological. Then we have computer science and MIS under computer science. And then we have business admin economics under business administration. And then we have law with public policy under the humanities. Now, everything we do in terms of programs is based on what we call the liberal arts approach. And this ensures that you are able to take courses outside your major. So even if you are an engineering student, you are a computer science student, you still have to pursue foundation of design and entrepreneurship. GVV, giving voice to values. We are training you to be ethical, but the world out there is not ethical, may not share your values. Now, when you meet people who do not share your values, how do you engage them such that they become your friends and not your enemies? GVV will give you the skills that you need to be able to navigate your way through this challenge. Approximately half of our students are on one form of scholarship or the other. I'm sure you might be saying that Ashesi is for the rich. It's a big lie. We have wards whose parents are peasant farmers. And we also have wards whose parents are civil servants. And we also have wards whose parents are ministers and directors. It's a wide socioeconomic diversity that you find in Ashesi. Half of our students are on one form of scholarship or the other.
Time up, please.
Just let me conclude with the next slide. So this is the simple 3-step process of applying to Ashesi. You apply through our online application portal, which is currently open, and we are accepting applications. You need an email that is working. You don't even need to make payment to start. But you need an email that is working to access the portal, get shortlisted after you have submitted everything for an interview, and then after the interview, a decision is sent to you, and then you decide whether you want to be part or not. So learn more about Ashesi. Now in this picture, everybody you see here attended Ashesi except the parents. Now, and the next slide shows a similar story, but this time is right here from Sonrise. So here you have your own, who also trusted the brand and is currently in Ashesi first year pursuing engineering. So you are indeed something to find yourself in Ashesi. Thank you very much, and we hope to engage further.
Thank you very much. A round of applause for Ashesi University, please. So the questioning and all we will do when we go into the booth. Up next will be Academic City. Academic City, please. Whilst they are taking, Parks College University should please get ready also.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope we are all doing well. My name is Mawina, and I am on the admissions team for Academic City University. We are located in Hacho, Abuba, about 10 minutes away from the transition school our home, and about 5 minutes away from the new UBLA. Hey, why? What's the issue? Anyway, I mean, the world is rapidly changing. Everything you knew from before is not what we know now. I mean, AI, cybersecurity, data information, all those things have changed the world so much that the jobs we have today, or the jobs that are going to be available in the next 5 years, have not even come up. But they will surely come, which means all the other jobs will also be fading away. And that is where Academic City comes in. We have 17 programs and we are adding more tailor-made to suit everyone here to make sure that our students will be future-ready leaders. With programs in engineering, computational sciences, informatics, business, and communication arts, we expect that our students will come out as one of the best everywhere they go. And that is why we at Academic City take careers so seriously. We make sure that our career services department is always ready to make sure that students not only know what classroom work is like, but then the industry as well. That's why we bring industry people in to teach, as well as make sure that internships are very compulsory every year. From level 100 to 300, internships are very compulsory. And we make sure that students are placed in the right place. Chulo, PwC, Telecel, all these places we have partnerships with that our students go to every single year to gain experience in the world, as well as national service. And we can boldly tell you that 80% of our student population are gainfully employed or in school doing postgraduate programs right after graduation. We at Academic City are not just there for steady. Again, we are making sure that students are very future ready, and our very diverse campus makes this possible. We have over 25 nationalities, and so we make sure that students know little things like French, coding for everybody, regardless whatever program we are doing. Entrepreneurship, which we are very keen on and is one of the business programs we have, to make sure that students leave the campus feeling like they can conquer the world. We also have partnerships with schools in the US and the Netherlands, where students can do 3 years in Ghana, 3 years abroad, 3 years, 1 year, or you do an accelerated master's. And we have a very good and wonderful scholarship package that your senior Charles Kumi is enjoying. So if you want more questions, or if you want to ask more questions about our scholarship and to know more about the engineering programs, IT programs, everything, you can come to our stand. We have wonderful gifts as well that we'll be giving. I don't want to take too much of your time. So see you at our stand, and thank you very much.
Well, there's a great thing. Immediately,
Oh, a round of applause for Academic City. Up next is Farms University. Farms University. Whilst they are coming, Heritage Christian University should please get ready as well. Heritage, please get ready.
This one. John. Get the one. They're going on my head.
Done. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, we do. He's able to speak volume.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I am Samuel. I am with Pound University College. Standing before you today, I am an alumni and also a worker or a staff at Pound University. So at Pound, our mission is to produce and educate ethical and excellent leaders who will be ready and ever ready to transform the continent we find ourselves in and beyond. Next slide, please. At PAL, our core values are integrity, leadership, and excellence. So we sort of mainly focus on these core values, and they are the backbone of our university. And when you come to PALM, you don't just stand alone. We have partnership with the universities and the organizations you are seeing there. They are more than this, but we just decided to add few. If you want to know the names, we have University of Florida, University of Alabama, South Oregon University, there is African Leadership University, University of Kigali, and many others that we have partnership with. Our students and staff and faculty relate with them all the time. Next slide. So as you can see, the three people in the middle are the staff and faculty in the university that visited Kigali. You can see some foreign students there. So we have exchange programs we do with other universities there. Next slide. So this is also our students who are writing exams. And in our school also practice what we call the honor code. Let me explain. Calm down. We have small class sizes. Small class sizes. So because the people that are sitting there, that is the total number of students offering a particular course or maybe writing a particular exams. And they need to fill the entire space. And the reason is that at PALM, we prepare you before the examination based on our centers, our department. So we have academic advising, of which every student will go and do academic advising. We have corporate advising, also have peer mentoring. So before you get to the examination, you are ever prepared. And our students, we work with a GPA called that you shouldn't go a GPA below 3.0. So that means that if you're able to have 3.0 and above, your minimum is the second class lower division. So there is nothing like third class in PALM, because of our systems and that is guiding us to be able to achieve that. You're not clapping for PALM. Thank you very much. At PALM, we are the second university in Africa. I think you've already heard about the first university. We are the second university in Africa to adopt what we call the honor system. So that is what we do there. Next slide. We also have our career services department, and it's because of the PTA and the careers. That is why we are here today. And at PALM, our career services department is doing an also job based on employability, entrepreneurship, and graduate school. As I'm standing as an alumni, I am working. That is employability. I am also looking forward to start my graduate school coming September. That is what graduate studies. So this is what an alumni of PALM gets to have. There's also a department at PALM called the Green Lab, which is under the career services that helps you to guide you and shape your entrepreneurship skills. So that if you want to enter into the entrepreneurship aspect, you venture into that and work on that. So our students at PALM are not left alone. We make sure that the staff and faculty are with you in your lecture hall, are with you outside the lecture hall, are with you online, and they are with you all the time because of your career success. So these are career seminars. So in as much as we are fueling or educating the students with knowledge, we also need to let them understand the corporate knowledge. There's a saying that degree does not guarantee that you get a job. But when you have the corporate knowledge, you'll be able to get the job. And that's because we have the career advising and career seminars. So every week, now they are doing it every Wednesday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Our students at PALM engage in something called the career seminar, where we talk about certain things that will help them build. Because a computer science student can be a computer science student. But here lies the case, the student is unable to maybe write a CV. The student is unable to communicate well. It is these career seminars that have been organized by the department that helps you. There's another thing called corporate mentoring. So our students are being paired with people who are already in the industry. So let's say, growing up, I wanted to be a data analyst. I was paired with a data analyst in PwC, PricewaterhouseCoopers. How many of you know that company? Well, other students are also paired with people in the engineers in MTN and other firms, so that they engage with them and talk to them about how to be able to shape their career paths. Now, there is something PALM has also introduced. There is peer mentoring already on campus where the seniors engage with freshmen. When I say freshmen, it is people who are coming to level 100. But PALM, we don't say level 100, we say freshmen, second year is sophomores, third year is juniors, and then final year we are called seniors. We are using American standard. So here the PALMers or the students at PALM who are engaged with senior high school people like you. And I would encourage you that you sign up for it. You can come to our booth and sign up for it. Here you get one-on-one peer tutoring from our students, from our staff at PALM, where they will help you guide your career path. If you have any problem, if you think you are confused, you need a senior brother or a senior sister who is already in the industry or who is already in the school practicing. The person who will help you and pass on the knowledge to you. We also have internship. Internship is one requirement to do at power because you can't just go to school, go to school, go to school, you need to go for internship. And one beauty of our internship is that you don't carry a letter to go and look for a company. No, our school, because of the collaborations we have with a lot of organizations, I mentioned MTN, there is Accent IT Solutions, there is CGTS, there is Maxim Dancer, there are a lot of them around East Legon, Accra Airport. We have about a lot of companies there in our database. So our students, all you need to do is that you apply for internship when you are getting to your summer time, that is from June to August. We pair you and you'll be interviewed. After you have been interviewed, we assign you to a particular company that, okay, you go and do your internship at MTN. And at the end of your internship, you don't just go and buy watching. And even I still don't buy watching. I did internship, I never bought watching, I never bought KK. I was rather sending my boss to go and buy food for me. When he's going, I tell him to WhatsApp. But there you go there and you get your hands dirty. When I say you get your hands dirty, you work like a full-time worker from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. because you need to come with something. When you come back at the end of your internship period, you need to come up with something, a report. So you come and tell us the whole what you learned and other things. And the beauty of it is that now when you are at school, you don't just learn. You get out to the organizations and you relate with them. Aside from their normal career, there's something called field trip. Field trip where our students go to other organizations, meet them, relate with them, and build networks. Now, you're wondering the programs we do at home. We have 3 solid undergraduate programs that I will encourage you to try and come to the table and talk and we have conversation about. We have the business information technology. I am an alumni of that. We have computer science and we have business administration. Our computer science and BIT, they are 2 unique programs in such a way that a computer science graduate, by the time you get to your final year, you have 3 options. It's that you choose the networking and security, it's that you choose the software engineering, or you choose the data analysis aspect. So you will be able to focus on one particular thing. It's not that you will learn everything. You will focus on one particular thing. And our BIT, obviously I would want to end with, comprises of 3. It is business and IT. But in this case, it is embedded with business, IT, and computer science. These are pictures of our hall of residence. These are pictures of our students on campus having fun with their desks. And these are some graduates who graduated not long ago. Come with us and come to our booth and come and know more about farm. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Heritage Christian University.
No more.
I don't really like it.
Try. Take a look at the left. Not in the ground. No, I want to make you wrong. And
Good afternoon. My name is Dennis Abbey, and I'm with Heritage Christian University. This afternoon, we are talking to you about 3 main things from Heritage that should get you interested in knowing about us. We are located in Amasama, in Accra. That's where we are. Now, Heritage is focusing on, number 1, entrepreneurship. Heritage believes that as we go through the university system, when we come out after we've gotten the knowledge and entrepreneurship, there should be something that should get us started. That's what Heritage have what we call the Heritage Startup Challenge. In this challenge, we invite business ideas of all kinds, from students from level 100 to 400. We go through the contest for a period of about 9 to 10 months. And the top 3 ideas that are selected by a center we call the Center for Entrepreneurship, Philanthropy and Ethics, who are in charge of this particular challenge. The first team is rewarded with a cash prize of 100,000 Ghana cedis. The second, 60,000 cedis. And the third, 40,000 cedis. The idea is to get you started with any business that you deem fit that you can actually get into. So that after university, while you are waiting to get that dream job of yours, you should be able to start something on your own. And I'm a testimony to it. I'm a graduate of the university, went there in 2017, and graduated in the year 2021. And I participated in the contest in 2018, won a startup grant, and started a small barbering salon then, which is now growing into what we call a unisex salon. aside official job I do with the university now, I still have a side business that I do. That is what Heritage is encouraging young people like us to get into, because that is where the world is heading towards. The number two thing I'm talking to you about Heritage is what we call the Heritage SHS Career Mentorship. Earlier, when our guest speaker was speaking, he mentioned that the certifications are good, but they are not just enough. And so skills are very important. And Heritage focuses much on providing skills to its students. And so at Heritage, we organize the SHS Career Mentorship annually for final year students of all senior high schools across the country. What we do is that you come and stay on our campus for 2 weeks. You go through various skills. So we have training areas such as graphic design, web design, journalism and media, and then also entrepreneurship in soap, beads, and wig making. While you wait for your results before you head to the university, you come in there for the 2 weeks, stay on the campus, and any of these elective areas that you choose, you receive the basics or the foundations in them that a skill will live with you for the rest of your life. A skill that will actually end up making you make ends meet. That is what Heritage is focusing on. So on the 2 weeks, you stay there on our campus. All the facilities are available to all high school students who are coming in there to enjoy for the 2 weeks, which is happening in July. And so while we visited other SHS schools, we took their data. We'll be sending you SMS after your WhatsApp just to communicate the date to all of you to partake in that particular activity. The third thing I'm talking to you about is the fact that there are scholarships available, there are bursaries available to support many of us or some of us who do not have the chance to get to the university freely due to financial difficulties. All of those are available for all of us to also choose from. Now the final thing I'm talking to you about from Heritage is the fact that, by the way, how many of us have seen Truth TV before? Truth TV. On our screens, Truth TV. A number of us have seen it before. Truth TV is located right on the campus of Heritage Christian University, and that facility is there to give opportunities to some of us who are interested in the media space. And so having been through Heritage as a student and now as a staff, and being interested in the media space, I took advantage of the media center with Truth TV, and today I host shows on TV, not just on Truth TV, other TV and radio stations, and this is something that all of us can also take advantage of to gain skills that are very, very important, and that will be a lifetime thing for us to focus on. And so my biggest invitation to all of us here, students, is on the career mentorship in July, and especially to our parents as well. Sometimes our students come home, they speak about some of these programs, but I know some of our students are sometimes not to be trusted, maybe, and so we are skeptical to let them come. But I'm happy we have parents here who are listening this afternoon, and so it's happening in July, and so we should allow the students to come in and stay on our campus for the 2 weeks and go through any of these skills that I've mentioned for the 2 weeks for them to also gain insight. Our food is mounted out there. All your questions will be welcomed after here when you disperse to come and engage us right there. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. A round of applause for them. We'll take Rosebank International University. Whole Technical University, please get ready after this.
Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. So my name is Inoke J. I'm the head of admissions at Rosebank International University. Rosebank International University, first of all, is a South African university. So we are located in the estate, but we currently have a campus in Ghana at Accra.